Welcome back to Guard Your Grill Boxing. It's your dude Coltrane. Coffee with Coltrane every Monday as promised. In case y'all wonder why I'm holding this here candle and sitting in the dark. Unfortunately, we got a lot of irresponsible human beings out there that's trying to, burn our earth into flames. So GYGB, being the responsible beings that we are trying to do our part and help conserving our earth. So we're conserving energy. So we're going lights out. Similar to the Kanye West Lights Out tour. Well, this is Lights Out Coffee with Coltrane. So let's get it cracking. First, some shout outs in order. Shout out to 97 Rough, for showing the GYGB crew love, having us on the radio show. There Will Be Blood. Check his site out and podcast. Some of his radio programs. I'll probably be on there this Thursday, chopping it up with my dude 97 Raw. Him and Blood got a real nice thing cooking over there. I mess with them because they do this thing for the love of boxing. They actually grind and go out and do the work. 97 interview fighters. He didn't just come out here just spitting in front of a camera. He actually putting in the work as you should do. So much respect to you, my dude, for getting your grind on and making this thing work, homie. You and Blood, my dudes. All right. Shout out to my Aunt Bernice, who's an avid fan of Guard Your Girl Boxing. When I tell y'all this is a family show, I mean that literally. She always, give me pointers and tips. That's why I tell y'all, keep it a little PG, because the fam is out there watching. We had a super middleweight fight on Saturday. Andre Ward versus Edison Miranda. Shout out to the GYGB brass. Oh, by the way, GuardYourGirlBoxing.com is back. Volley Boy is going to be putting blogs on the show every week. If you haven't checked any of his stuff out, make sure he wrote a real nice piece on the Money Mayweather called "Make It Rain." Just read it. It's crazy. You don't have to agree with it, but it's very well written, very well done. He's been receiving a lot of accolades, a lot of praises off the piece. So make sure y'all check that out. My dude B-Hop, aka BJ Murray, he did a piece on Paris or Plaster. I think y'all know who that piece is dedicated to. These cats are just doing their thing, And anybody that's on that Hall of Fame GYGB wall on that website, if you ever want to send me an article, just send it to guardyourgirlboxing@gmail.com, man. This is crew love on Guard Your Girl Boxing. So let's keep it moving. Once again, we're going green. We're conserving energy. That's why I'm not turning the lights on. I'm going to rock it out with this candle. Y'all don't need to see my grill anyway, man. We do this for boxing, not to look at Coltrane pretty looks, you know what I mean? I'm pretty. I'm the baddest. Shout out to Muhammad, a.k.a. Cassius. All right, let's keep it moving, man. Andre Ward, Edison Miranda. One thing we don't do on Guard Your Girl Boxing is talk about Cracker Jack titles. In case the young family out there, y'all don't know what Cracker Jack is. Cracker Jack is a caramel popcorn candy that used to come in this little box, and they used to have these little cheap toys and prizes at the bottom of the Cracker Jack boxes, and that's what those belts that Andre Ward, fought for on Saturday. No disrespect to those sanctioning bottles. If y'all watch this show, we just pay homage to those other belts, and y'all know what those belts is, and none of those belts was on the line. This fight was for respect for Andre Ward and get his name known, and boy, did he ever do it. Edison Miranda, y'all know what it is. Former 168-pounder nobody that, the three-letter network tried to hype up. Shout out to my dude, Willie Gibbs, who I grew up with, is a very good friend of mine. He beat Will in pretty devastating fashion, and they hype him up to be the boogeyman. And, Kelly Pavlik, put a cease to that and just walked him down like, he was a club fighter. And that's pretty much what he is. No disrespect to Miranda fans out there. This guy is very reckless, very careless. When he fights, in my opinion, he sets boxing back like 300 years. He has no science to his game. Not that you gotta have science where you have to be sweepy. I mean, he doesn't set anything up. Everything is a bomb. He's trying to bomb everything out. And it's just a disgrace to watch him, do this thing that we call boxing. But Andre Ward taught him a nice lesson. Andre Ward got one of these fight games I like to call loose change. And actually, that's a line from Doug Collins that he said the other night. And I agree with him. There's certain boxers that I call loose change. Where what I mean by that is they're not a crispy bill. They're change. And you know how you look through your house, you're like, oh look, a quarter, a nickel. You just keep digging up change. That's how Andre Ward fight game is. It's not pretty as a dollar bill or a $5 bill, but it's serviceable as a nickel or a quarter or a dime. And what I mean by that is he does little things that I like to see in fights. For once, he didn't fold when he bled, unlike Shane Mosley did against Fernando Vargas. Against Vernon Forrest when Shane got clocked or I forget what happened. I know he was bleeding and he panicked. Juan Diaz against Nate Campbell. So many times you see fighters bleed for the first time, they just go into panic mode. This kid didn't bat an eye. Didn't bat an eye. You know, they cut man cleaned him up. Corner man cleaned him up properly. Came out, went to work. Went to the body. Switched up to southpaw. When he went to southpaw, Miranda, you would have thought he saw an alien. That's how unfamiliar he was with the southpaw stance. Shout out to my stat people out there. If Miranda fought any southpaw, please let me know because I need to know why they look like he saw an alien when Andre Ward switched to southpaw. That being said, Ward went to the body. He rolled with punches nice. One thing I noticed that he did very well was weight. How many times do we see fighters punch with punchers and get knocked out? What he did, because it's pretty simple. It seems simple, but it really isn't. Because when you fight a puncher, you're gonna have a lot of openings, but you still gotta sit down on your punches and wait. And what he did was he countered with nice left hooks, waited for Miranda to throw his wild haymakers, and just countered him with perfect time punches. Crowd oohing and ahhing, wanting him to go for the knockout. He didn't do it, and I love that. I love the fact that he didn't go for the knockout. So many times you see dudes go for knockouts and they end up getting knocked out, getting tired, over-absorbing themselves, and he didn't do that. He fought smart. There's an old saying out there, you fight for the fans, you wind up sitting with them. One thing about fans, they only care about one thing, and that's if you win. And that's what he did. He got the win. He held properly. He moved properly. He boxed properly. And he's going to be a force to be reckoned with in this 168-pound division because he's a smart fighter. I'm not overhyping this situation. Like I said, he's loose change. Loose change. And you probably you can find loose change all the time. Yeah, you can and you can't. How many times you went and looked in your car and you couldn't find any loose change? So, you know, he comes around. These type of fighters don't come around a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of appreciate when I get a fighter that's young. Shout out to my dude JL87 who told me they was waiting to bring him along for this exact reason. And maybe if some more fighters waited, then maybe they would look like Andre Ward. And granted, he was fighting Edison Miranda, but how many times we seen guys fight down to their competition? So props to Edison Miranda. It's a hot division. He's the #1 mandatory for Carl Froch's strap. I doubt that fight would happen. And I don't really blame Carl Froch if you don't fight him because, you know, I don't think Andre Ward done enough to prove that, you know, he's worthy of a big-time title fight yet. And get one more fight under your belt, and then you could be right in line. You're right there with him. Don't get it twisted. Like, he's going to be in all them fight with them guys. Look, man, you know, props to everybody that showed me love on my top 5 all-time great Mexican list. Like I said, I did it for the love of the sport, not for no personal accolades. You know, more lists is coming, by the way. Boricuas, UK, top junior middleweight. Shout out to Ali Boumbaye on that. And, you know, May hasn't really been what it is in boxing. And that's spring. And spring is not hot, not cold, but lukewarm. You know, 65 degrees-ish. And that's what we've been having, a bunch of 65 degrees type of fight. We didn't get the 90s and the 98s, the 101 index. That's coming. Just be patient, y'all. I'm going to help y'all get through this. Every week we're going to get it popping. I got my list coming. This is kind of like a down show to get started. Some other fun stuff I got coming. Just to look ahead, you got Andre Berto versus Juan Urango. I got Berto in that fight. Juan Urango, if you don't know who he is, he's most known for fighting Ricky Hatton, giving him a tough fight. He's another one of these one-dimensional guys that look like Jane. I mean, look like Tarzan, but actually fights like Jane, all muscle and Lou Ferrigno up. But, you know, his fight game is soft. And Berto's too slick and too fast. Not slick, but he's too fast and too athletic for them. The style that beats Berto is a boxing type of style. Anguilla fights Kermit Cintron. That's what Kermit Cintron has become? A gate for young fighters? That's what this has become? I got him bombing Kermit Cintron out. Looking ahead to June. I'm not making any predictions. I'm just letting y'all know what's on the horizon. So just be patient. June 13, Cotto, Claudia, I'm hot and cold on that one. I don't know what's going on, but we'll all be together discussing these fights. The haymaker, you know, some I kind of let some cats out the bag about the haymaker. I'm still undecided. If I want to get all hayed up, but y'all kind of swam me. But we'll see how it goes. I need a rooting interest in this fight. Much as I love the Klitschko, I do believe that the heavyweight division needs a shot in the arm, and maybe Hay is the guy that can do it. I don't know, but we'll get in that a little later. Money, 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 money. GYGB throwing a big cookout for that. We're going to have a camera rolling all day long for the Money May and Marquez fight. We're going to turn that into a little event. Hey, this looks like what video is this? Wasn't this a video where all you saw was the dude facing the camera underneath? What video was that? Somebody know, post it below, please. This was a video. I just don't remember what it is. Coffee with Coltrane, guardyourgirlboxing.com. Make sure y'all go log on. Check it out. We here. We not going nowhere. It's a movement.